Massive. The Big Massive Podcast. Yo, the Big Massive Podcast. Oh, the Massive Podcast by day, Big Massive by night. I'm only Massive, you know I'm only Massive. Big Massive Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Big Massive Podcast. We're your hosts, Ronan and Niall. And today's guest, all the way from Strabane, the great and powerful Emer Maguire. Hello, Emer.
Hello, great and powerful. I've never been described as that. I like
Well,
that.
do you know what? We say all the way from Strabane, but you actually do live in Belfast. So
I do live in Belfast. I thought it wasn't all the way from Strabane today. Do you know what happened to me on the way down? I was heading down and I put Strabane into my Apple Maps.
Why?
And
Hold on a second.
Whoa. Fucking hell, no.
sorry, what?
Are you the Iron McCann of Strabane? Oh my God! I'll tell you that story in a second. But
So you don't know how to get from Belfast to Strabane?
I think I've heard this on another podcast or something. Were you talking about that you're...
I don't know. I
You don't have an
think so.
internal sat
Oh,
nav?
yes, I don't have a sense of direction. Autism.
So what I do... so what I do is...
You can't pull it that every time.
Once I get on the motorway, I can turn off my sat nav if it gets me through Belfast or...
Oh, no, I can't. So I have no sense of direction. Like, I'm a very, very good driver, but, like, spatially, no sense of direction. Don't know what way I'm going. I always have to look at the other cars to see I'm on the correct side of the road now. Like, I've no clue. Yeah.
And
But
Dougal's
it is a thing. Yes, Dougal's not here today because it's too hot. Couldn't have him in the car in this hot weather. He hates the heat. But I put Strabane in today, and it says it'll take an hour and 20 minutes. So here's me texting Connor. Geez, I'm going to be really early. Like, do you want... Because, like, usually it's 2 hours. Do you want to go for a wee coffee? Do you want to do this? So I was driving along. It was taking me through all these country roads. It brought me to a random country lane outside Enniskillen, and it said, you've arrived in Strabane. And I was texting him. I was texting my mum. I was like, what the hell? There was all these cows crossing the road. I was in a panic. I put Strabane in again, and it says, right, it's another hour. I don't know if this is because my phone is just
You went to
totally...
Enniskillen?
I went to Strabane
but you
in
end up in
Enniskillen, but
Fermanagh.
it was literally a pin in a field that didn't exist. So that's where I was this morning. Then I put Strabane in, and it brought me away out past Plumbridge, so I was there. Then I finally put in
What?
Hive co-work in Strabane.
How long did it take you to get
2.5
home?
hours.
There we go. Well, it's not so
So
bad.
did you go up by Ballygolly?
I
She doesn't know.
went the Hill Hall Road. Do you know where that is?
No.
It's the back road from Belfast to Lisburn. I went there. I went to Lisburn. I believe I went past the sign for Craigavon, and suddenly I was in Enniskillen. Then I was in Fintona. And it told me that
You went through
Strabane told me that Strabane was about 15 minutes outside Fintona. So that's where I ended up. And when I turned back on myself, I
Oh,
finally
you
got the
definitely...
Oma.
Like, that's the worst. But I'll tell you a wee story about the boiler room was running one night. Mm-hmm. No, sorry, I'm a liar. Mark McCartney ran a club in Enniskillen.
Is that where he's from?
No, he's from...
Fintona?
Fintona, what you were just saying.
Aye, because I thought he was
But
from
he's
somewhere more
Fermanagh,
country.
they love him.
Yeah, okay, he's very good.
So the club, he had William Thompson, Aaron McCann, James McKegney, and somebody else. The whole night's entertainment in one car.
Oh, Jesus.
And Mark rang the boys, say the show starts at 8, rang him a quarter to 8 and says, boys, where is that? And they says, we're outside here. And he says, where? Charlie's Bar, Strabane.
Oh, my God.
And he goes, you's joking.
And he was
And
where?
see-
Enniskillen?
See, he was in Enniskillen, an hour away, right?
An hour, yeah.
So Mark McCartney is the comedian that has to have a day before he goes on stage to prep.
Yes.
He doesn't like going on cold.
Yeah.
He wasn't on that night.
Oh, my God.
So he had to get up and do half an hour
Oh,
and then
the
call a break.
stress.
And then after the break, all the lads landed. But the mad thing about it is Wally Thompson picked Aaron McCann up in Oma.
Uh-huh.
And Aaron McCann didn't know until he was in Strabane that he was in Strabane. He didn't know he was driving down the road to Strabane. He's telling everybody he was sleeping.
I was there.
They were chatting away, and then
Didn't even notice.
McCartney, and then it took him an hour then to get to Enniskillen. But it's like the whole 4 people in the car didn't realise they were going to the wrong town, wrong county.
See, it can happen. And I was only one person in the car. I didn't have 4
You
brains to
had
work.
satellite dishes in the
Why
sky.
it sent you to Enniskillen for Strabane, but
Oh, well, I sent Connor screenshots as proof. Connor, wasn't it in the middle of nowhere? It was the middle of Fermanagh.
Evidence.
And it was linked to Strabane town. So I'm going to have to contact Apple.
Aye.
That's what I'm going to
How
have to
dare
go to
they?
the head.
I only recently worked out who you are.
In like an existential
In your videos?
way, or What do you mean?
I grew up next door to your ma. I live in
5 acres?
number 3, 5 acres for my whole life.
No way.
We lived across the road too.
Your
Did you go to
granddad used to
school with my
constantly
ma?
try and nosy over the gate and in the window.
That sounds about right.
we,
But these are the Undertakers.
But that's my dad. That's my dad. My
Your
mum
dad.
was the other side, yeah.
So
your mum was Bradley.
My mum's Bradley.
I that lived next door.
Where did you? Are you
We were
from 5
directly
acres?
across.
He lived across from.
I thought you were Ballycoman.
Do you remember when the Brits and the cops started coming on the 5 acres? That's when we moved on. I remember the first time they came. Hey, there was like 7 Land Rovers.
He was directly across the house.
Directly
from
across.
from me.
Where the
The
Lennons
Ellis's live now.
Oh,
Martin Ellis and Claire.
Oh my God, it is a small world here, isn't it?
Till I seen what your
So your
mother and some of
uncles-
your videos recently, I was like,
What do you call your
no
uncle?
way.
Which one? Martin?
Is it Martin?
He'd be too old for you to. Well,
No. There's a boy around a wee bit older than me. I'm the wrong house. I'm the next house over.
oh, you're. No.
No, it's as you come in, it's the second house as you come into 5 acres.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not, oh, right.
It's not on the
Oh,
cul-de-sac.
your back gardens are facing each
Ah,
other. Right,
yes.
right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
right.
So years ago, right? So Paddy, Emer's granddad, built a garage. And now there was a window at the back of the garage, and the window looked directly into our kitchen.
That must be why you built it.
And my dad was like, "Can you put frosting on there?" Because he used to stand at it and look in. My dad was like, "Can you make that frosted?" And he was like, "No."
Hey, we had the same. A boy when we were living up in, I forget the name of the place now, I'll probably not say because I'll know who it is. But he built one of them tower, like,
A watchtower?
it was like a watchtower, right? But sure, my dad too from Lancaster, so all I seen was watchtowers for 15 years. So he says,
felt at
man,
home.
I don't want that up there. There's a window on it, and the odd time you seen him looking under the garden. That's her granddad.
Neighbours are friends. That was a muppet. I know, it's a small world, isn't it? Do you still live there?
No, my man and dad still do.
Oh,
The cooks.
I did not
His
realize.
dad
that.
was the boy that did the
Because
lessons.
then I was asking my mother.
The
about it. She was
lessons?
like-
Driving lessons.
Oh, driving lessons.
she was asking
Would have
my
seen a
mother
wee
then
car
about
cook.
it.
You just had no interest in transport back then, anytime.
I was
Driving.
probably too wee. I love driving. Driving's one of my favourite.
Do you love
pastimes.
driving?
Yeah, I love cars, love driving.
What would you have did then back in the day before sat-nav?
The sat-nav never not existed when I was driving.
That's what I'm saying. It's always been there. Like back in the day, you had
always
to pull a
been there.
map out. Right.
Oh, I couldn't pull the map out. I would just have to. I would have to have someone with me at all times.
I remember before sat-nav, you had to
I
call
would
the
need
shops. You
I
had to
would
call
need
the
a
shops and
responsible
go,
adult.
where the hell is...
Do you know what? I would
Sammy
rather
Nav.
die than stop the car and ask somebody for directions.
Would you?
I would rather die. I'm so shy.
I do
That's
remember
amazing.
having that. That's how you got to places. I drove to Belfast and asked people.
You have to shout out, hey, where the hell? Or on the shops. I remember trying to get to the Marble Arch cages.
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 People are going, where the
It's far better than the caves. You just get locked up for a day. I remember I had to stop and ask because it was very rural. But isn't it crazy that a lot of comedians are shy or introverted?
Loads of them.
Loads.
Loads.
And then get on
You're-
the stage.
You're not though, are you?
No.
You're confident.
I don't know if it's confident. I do have my... I was quiet in primary school. Didn't speak a word the whole way through primary school. Not one word. People
Really?
thought there was something wrong with me. Like, swear to God. And then about second year in, I just started to go. I would have been loud in the house, I think, but I would have lay in the house all the time just doing drawings, cartoons. Actually,
Aw,
do you know
you
who
good- you a good artist.
proofread my cartoons? I'm not lying.
Wait, what do you mean proofread
I
your
know I
cartoons?
was, I mean.
So I would have
picture
drew cartoon boxes and storylines and all that there.
Like
and
a
all-
comic?
A comic.
Ah.
I had my own wee comics, but I used to send them in the long cash. And then they used to pass it around and they already read them and stuff. So the IRA used to proofread my comics when I was a wee.
Or wipe their holes.
Disgusting. No, they sent it back.
Did you tailor your stories so that they would be suitable to the
Mine was
prisoners?
about boxers and it was rip off of the Beano.
I loved the Beano.
I know I love the Beano, the dandy and all that.
I love the
Didn't I?
Beano and Dandy.
Huh?
I didn't like the Beano.
I loved it.
I have the
Loved
you know
them.
the annual thing. I have them from the year I was born. My sister
Plug.
got me them one time for my birthday.
Do you remember the Jocks and the Geordies and
No?
they were the Beano? It was like the Scottish boys,
Boys with the
fighting,
caps.
fighting and you had who else?
Dennis.
Dennis Menace,
The
he was
main man.
Beano.
I loved him.
Dandy was big at the cow
big,
pies.
Big, what do you call
Desperate
him?
Dan.
Desperate Dan. That's what we
Desperate
call him,
Dan.
Big Bill.
Who was
Dan.
it? The Backstreet Kids. I was thinking Backstreet Kids, and then I knew you were going to jump on it, but that's a band, isn't it?
No, it's Backstreet Boys.
But there's the Backstreet Kids on the thing.
Backstreet Boy.
Don't
And
know
there's a
that.
boy in the back.
He's making a gender into the Backstreet Kids.
Boy.
So I used to love the comments. So I would have been quiet as
Ghostbusters.
fuck. I remember there was ones out looking for me too, and I was just lying drawn at the side of the bed. My ma couldn't find me. But it was just on the inside beside the window on the bed, just drawing. Hours and hours. They had fucking people out looking for
Were
me.
you good?
Decent at drawing now.
Really?
I was good at art and then I stopped. And my dad would be brilliant at art. Like.
Oh, wow.
What about yourself?
I'd be okay. I'd be all right.
So
Yeah.
did you love art at school or were you good at academic as well?
Yeah, both. I loved, I did like art, but my favourite was music and PE and English. They were my favourite.
What about maths?
No, I hated maths.
Right.
I was good at it, but
Were you good at it?
yeah, I was kind of good at most of school stuff, but
I hated maths. But that was my worst two subjects.
How did you find your way to maths?
do you know when I was in school, I couldn't read the timetable and I couldn't find my way to any of the classes. So what I used to do is just there would have been a couple of boys who were in all my classes.
Follow them
I just followed them.
into the toilets. What the
Yep.
fuck am I doing here?
I just followed them. That's all I did.
Here.
Did they start kissing girls and you just followed them?
Yeah, that's how I became gay, and now I can't like back out of it.
I'm on too deep now.
Oh god, yeah. So I hate maths. I don't like it.
It's
not for
terrible
me.
at maths.
It's more left brain. You're more artistic, you see. And what instruments can you play all besides? I know the piano and the guitar. for fuck's
Piano,
sake.
guitar. I can play a bit of drums, bit of bass. I played cello at school.
So music was your first love, and then what brought the comedy into it? Then give us your wee.
Give me a wee life story.
Wee bio.
Me bio. Yes, music was absolutely my first love. And you know, Connor's a musician as well. Connor's grade 7 trombone. Did you know that?
Seriously?
Suck on trombone.
You have a brassist amongst you.
Could we go round the bike and you do that? Beep, beep,
Oh, he
beep,
plays
beep?
piano too.
Oh, do you
They look shit.
tickle the old ivories? You would sit
And
you
he
at this
plays
one
the
now.
piano.
Tickles Avery's and suck the trombone.
The rusted trombone and the tickling the ivories. He knows how to fitter and flitter.
He does. So, yeah, well, we're probably a wee bit of a musical family, so I was always really obsessed with music. I loved it. And I remember my sister went to piano lessons. She's older than me, and I begged and begged to get to go, but I was too young. But I think my mum was like, 'cause she's very musical, she has a lot of promise, so they let me go early. And from then, I was just, like, I would have been writing songs. I would have been, like you doing your wee comics. I would have been about 5, like, writing songs and stuff. I just loved it. I used to force all the siblings into a band with me, and
That's brilliant. But you'd,
Oh,
like,
it
if
was
your
amazing.
Wayne's, if your Wayne's came at you begging to do something, you're backing it.
But that was the same. We had Peter
Class.
Kuhn on here last week, and that's the way he was.
Oh,
Same
yeah.
there. You're just obsessed with music. So I think it has to be in you because we tried to do music when we were younger, and it's
I think
it
it is.
definitely has to
Comedy's
be
the
in you.
same. People say, oh, you need to be obsessed. I am, but I don't write constantly. But I'm always thinking about it.
yeah, it's just natural.
Just write a wee idea, we'll put it down, then chat about it. And then
Yeah.
the pod helps sometimes. You tell a story
Because you say
forgot
something
about.
funny, and you're like, oh god, that's good. I'll write that down.
Just walk away here.
Do you know?
story about your ma or something.
So,
Yeah.
left school.
Yeah, so was doing music, whatever. Wanted to do music at uni, and everyone kept saying, "Oh, you want to be a music teacher?" And I was like, "Definitely not," because my mum and her siblings are music teachers, so that put me off the idea of music. And also, I can't read music, so I've done grades and stuff, I can't read it. So I thought, nah. So literally, I was going out with a girl at the time, and she was going to Jordanstown. So I just opened the prospectus for Jordanstown and just picked something at random.
You're wild for following people.
Sat navs, men's toilet.
Go get your own personality, would you?
Tell me.
I'm
what-
quite easily led.
So what did you pick?
Speech and language therapy, and I didn't even know anything about it. The reason I picked it was because I thought language, like English, I was really, really good at English and really good at writing stories, and I thought that'll be class. And I turned up on the first day, and it was like, right, we're going to do neurology about the brain, and I was like, oh shit, not for me. But I stayed in it, and I did a couple of wee music gigs on the side, and actually really started to love the science, and then went to Queen's, did a master's in medicine. I was going to go on then and be a doctor, but while I was doing that
eclectic.
master's,
Oh.
I know, doing that master's and working as a speech therapist, doing wee music gigs on the side. I would be doing these wee music gigs and wee shitty bars, nobody listening to me. And And the odd person would come up and be like, "Oh, I love those songs. They're really funny, really funny." And I was like, "It was about depression, or like it was about heartbreak, or whatever." And then people just kept saying it was funny. And then fast forward, somebody asked me, "Would I do a comedy gig?" And I was like, "No." And then I thought I'm too shy. And then they were like, "Well, we'll pay you." And I worked as a speech therapist at the time for the NHS, so really bad pay. And I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. Yeah.
So where was it? Where was
So
it
you're a
first?
qualified speech therapist.
You need any help?
No, you really,
But it's just like you just followed this person to college, picked a course,
Yeah.
no, no,
became
but-
qualified in something you didn't want to be qualified in.
Absolutely.
well,
Absolutely.
you would have pulled out before.
And then there
you
was somebody
qualified.
out busking on the street, and you were like, "Oh my god, I might do that."
I just see things. I'm like,
Aye.
this is my problem. I see things and I'm like, I could do that. I could do that. I
Just
could
see,
do
it's
that.
just see the light, and you're like,
Yeah, I could do that. I could do whatever.
And
So,
that's, do you know what? That even though you're shy and it scared you, you still had the cojones to do something that
well, absolutely.
other people don't want to do.
See, when I was, I had a bit of a weird interlude. This is going to blow his mind altogether. But see, when I was
Studied either not much of it.
when I was working as a speech therapist and studying for the masters, I saw this like advert on Twitter.
This is class. Go ahead.
And it said,
We should leave breadcrumbs. You know what I mean? Do you want to be a third member of this podcast? Okay, start next week.
and it said, could you explain a scientific concept in 3 minutes? Right? Now, this sounds random, but this goes somewhere. And I was like, probably not. But it said if you could do it, you got a free communication course. And I've always been very paranoid about my communication. Now, I know now it's because I'm autistic, but I've always felt really, just like I wasn't good enough and I wanted to improve, and I'm a perfectionist, so I didn't want to have something that I saw as a weakness. So I applied to this thing to get this free course, and I didn't realise it was this big, massive worldwide competition, right? So I turned up to the free communication course, got all these tips and all, which really, really helped me and helped my confidence. But then they were like, right, this is actually a competition, so you are a finalist in this Northern Ireland competition, and there are 10 of you, and you have to go to the black box and perform in front of 170 people.
Right.
You have to do your science talk. It has to be, engaging and all this stuff. And I was eligible for it because I was doing the masters. You had to be studying or working in science. So I turned up to the black box, and you had to talk about a scientific subject, and I was like, I don't know what to talk about. So I talked about the science of kissing, right? Because I thought it'll be funny. So I went and did my talked all about it. And then after I got up, like, I was terrified. I was so
Was it
scared.
like, would you class that as your first gig?
Yes.
Right.
I
my God.
I was vomiting. My ma came up on the bus from Strabane. It's
life or death, isn't it?
It was life or death. I actually thought I was going to die. And I says, Mummy, I can't do this. And she says, well, we've paid to get the bus up here, so you can go and do it. And if you're terrible, we'll leave. We'll say nothing else about it. Not telling
5
them.
acres for band.
I know.
Thing they say. My
We
mum would
paid
say,
for the bus.
"Mum, your dad came the whole way."
I know. So I went up and I did my talk. It was only 3 minutes, and you had to stay under 3 minutes. And
You get it all timed down to
I had
perfection.
it all
maybe?
timed down, and it went well. And I thought, fuck, that was fine. So I just talked about science kissing. Next person got up, and he was a consultant in the Royal, and he talked about kids with cancer. And I thought, I've really pitched this
Sick,
wrong.
Brian,
I
bring
was
the
like-
mood of the
I was
room
like-
down.
You should have got up for fuck's sake.
So you opened and got the crowd going. And then
I was like, here's what happens in the brain and body when you kiss someone. I was like, you're across a crowded room. Beyonce starts playing, and then he gets up and he's like, kids
Kids
with
have
cancer. And I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
oh.
Because I thought you were going to tell me you landed with a guitar. That would have been class. But
No.
3 minutes, a tune,
I know.
science,
this
comedy.
is how you get
That's what it
erections.
I wouldn't really know. So,
Please tell me you want it.
well, they all got up, and then there was a fucking lecturer from Queen's in quantum physics. He got up, and I was like, I've made a fool of myself. I'm so embarrassed. They got us all up on the stage at the end, and they were like, the winner is Emer Maguire. And I was like, what? And there's a photo of me on stage, like, feeling my pulse, because I thought I'm hallucinating. And then they said to me, right, your prize is you now get to go and represent Northern Ireland in the UK final. And I was like, Excuse me, what? I didn't know. I was just here for the free course. So I got to go then. We got like a free weekend course in the Cotswolds where we were like intensive trained in communication, media, whatever. And it was really, really good. The other contestants really looked down on me, I think, for being working class and my accent and stuff. One of them actually said to me, you can really tell how working class someone is by their accent, how strong it is. And I said, oh, can you? And he said, yeah, you have a really strong accent. And I was like...
And yours isn't.
I know. I was like, you should come to Strabane. You should come to Strabane.
You're a speech therapist. Tell us.
Like, I don't even have a Strabane accent.
Yeah.
You could come. And I was like, because this was like a really big, well-known competition, people were very competitive. And there's people who tried to get into it for years now, whereas I was just there like...
Aye. That would annoy them as well, you see.
Oh, yeah. Because I
Working
didn't
class,
care.
and I'm just glad to be
Because
here.
that was a...
I was just
that
happy
was,
to be
that was
included.
an insult to your face. Like, that was insulting you directly.
But they
And I
think they're
think they
intelligent,
thought
you see.
I think they thought I was stupid, and they were all
Exactly.
like, because there was somebody. It was 10 places across
Passive aggression, you
the
see.
UK. So I was obviously the north, and there was Ireland was separate in it, so there was somebody representing Ireland,
Right.
but they weren't here for this. So I was the north. There was somebody representing all of Scotland. There was somebody representing London. Somebody representing Cambridge. Somebody representing Oxford, and there was 10 of us in total, whatever they all were. So some of them were really uppity and thought they were, oh my God, I go to Oxford. So intelligent.
Who are these people?
I know, here's
Where were
me.
you going to uni?
I'm just here with the free course. I was at
She
that
was just
time,
doing the free course.
I was at Queen's.
Well, Queen's has got a good reputation too.
That's
like.
true. So I was at Queen's.
But
so,
they thought that you had a hardcore working class accent.
yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
They thought, I know.
But they're
You're well
probably
articulated,
real
like.
posh.
Thank you.
Even me, now like I'm bad, but I've definitely more understandable.
But that's the thing. I
stand-up
think
you had to
think
do
mine
it.
is just softer because I went to school in Derry, so I have a bit of more mixed accent.
And
But-
your work as well, you have to be able
Well,
to
when I was in
articulate
speech
some
therapy,
words
teaching
and-
people how to speak,
There you go.
I couldn't be like, come on here now. Doc."
Do you know what? I'm working a wee boy in residential too, and he's from Cavan, and he can't understand a fucking word I'm saying, and I can't understand a word he's saying.
And yours
think
isn't
I'm
strong
too-
either.
I think about him too fast. Speed's a problem.
Och, you should get that checked.
I remember I was doing a gig in a girl came, I was telling you, and had to get out the backstage. Paddy Raff actually was supporting Paddy. That was brilliant running and all. And then she actually went to the bar because we were doing a double gig. Morning or
Yeah.
after or
Morning,
evening and later.
9 a.m.
And then it shows you the way people go on. Followed us into the bar, got more photos with us, loved it, not there, had a few drinks. She was sort of a wee bit tipsy. Next time I seen her, I sort of knew her, like, free work, and she didn't say nothing to me. And then it was another time where she sort of, I'm accompanied, she goes, I seen you doing that stand-up. And I was like, I sure remember you coming out to the green room. She goes, my friend beside me says she didn't understand a word you said. And then she just walked away. And I'm going, what?
I think some people want to act like they don't understand.
Aye,
Do you know what I mean?
as if they don't understand.
Because how could you? Do you know?
Because
what I
then you
mean?
don't have to say you liked it.
That's it. Instead of saying it was brilliant, she had to have a
make
wee...
them feel better about themselves.
Aye.
Do
We
you know what I
critique
mean?
because she
Yeah.
probably was embarrassed about her way of going on that night because she was had a
Yes.
few drinks in her and wanted to bring her friends round to the green room and all that.
Aye.
So it was a whole big.
I've heard a few comedians say that the people will come up and say, my friend really enjoyed that.
Aye. My wife loves you.
Oh,
Aye.
I cannot move for. Can I get a picture? My wife loves you. My girlfriend loves you. I'm always like, do you not like me now? It's never ever the person.
it's never
Even
the
girls
person.
will come up and say, "Oh, my best friend loves you," and I'm like, God, everybody has a lot of best friends, wives, and girlfriends. Like, but people are just embarrassed.
Paul McCartney was said a good one there in an interview. He says he doesn't do photos. And that's his way. He says because one time I remember we were on holidays and there was this guy with a monkey and you had to pay a $5 to get a photo with a monkey. He says I'm not being the monkey.
That's fair enough.
Aye.
That is fair enough.
Make a decision. He says he doesn't like getting himself to a place where he doesn't like himself, and that means ego and popularity and all that. Just if you're him, everybody wants a photo of you. So you couldn't walk from A to B. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's down to yourself, isn't it? But
Do you have any vices, Emer?
Any vices?
we're not going on that later on. Is that shit different?
No, this is different
He
because
just can't wait to hear.
me and Ronan had quite the week. Didn't we?
I had a rough week.
With vices?
And I had a rough. Well, mine was about vices, but his was family related. Mine was about vices. So on what day was it? What day was Jack's Mass? Wednesday. I have been taking the Nordics. You know what the Nordics are? The nicotine pouches.
Them
Right,
things you
okay.
put in your gums, like
Oh,
chewing
I think
tobacco
I've seen them in the shop.
I listening to Get Us one day. I was getting surgery, and they were going on about Nordics and So I decided one day I would try it because there's going to be laid up for 6 weeks in the house with a leg. I thought, you know what, I like a wee vice. I used to smoke, done a wee bit of vaping, was doing nothing this time. I thought, you know what, I'm ready for a wee vice again.
Stop drinking.
Stopped drinking, went in the Nordics, so a year and a half I'm addicted. But on Tuesday I stopped. Wednesday had no nicotine and I could not work out why I was in the worst form.
So there's nicotine in them?
Oh yeah.
Oh, right,
High
okay.
nicotine. Like, it's a good dose every day.
Yeah.
So I went cold turkey on Wednesday and I could literally not speak to people. And he was texting me going, where are you huffing and all, and give me feedbacks and videos. But he was huffing and I was huffing. Wednesday we were going to cut the podcast, not speak to each other ever again.
Boys are so dramatic.
I was pulling the plug on the. I was pulling the plug this week in the podcast.
You were pulling the pug?
Jesus
Christ.
He never complained
Pull the
once.
plug.
The wee pug ugly.
I find boys are, well, from having two brothers and one sister, I find boys are very emotional and very
100%.
grumpy, way more than girls. And people always say, oh my God, girls are so emotional. I'm like, not my experience. I have two brothers and
I've been involved.
Connor's
with
sitting
that.
over there crying right now. Look at him.
That's why there's bitching goes on in every game, like youth work, comedy. See the MMA, whenever there was still bitching, but the good thing about MMA is you got to the solution. You fight each other.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
And you get it done.
The outcome always was.
The outcome comes through right
Yeah.
then. Come on, get in.
That's true.
Where who's the best comedian or there's a lot of people. I always said this, and I've noticed too when it comes to comedy or anything, you're always looking up. There's always somebody, unless you're Dave Chappelle.
Oh, yeah.
Like even like we would see Shane Todd and all that. There's sort of the pinnacle of here, but he's seeing
Absolutely.
England, like he hasn't cracked England, so
Yeah.
that's it. Do you know there's always somebody.
Yeah, there's always something to aspire to, and there's always somebody that is up there that you're thinking you could go further. You could go further. Do you know?
Who would be your inspiration?
It's a hard question because I've never really had an inspiration for comedy because I never wanted to do comedy.
Seen somebody walking by
Just
one
seen
day.
somebody doing it, I thought I could do that.
What's that? Here.
No, I fell into it after doing the music and after doing the science talks and stuff like that. Those science talks went well for me, and I went and did that UK version of it and won it, and went and
And
did
you said the
World
training for
semi-finals
that
and all
was
this
great
here
too.
stuff. The training gave me confidence, and then
Yeah.
people just started saying, "Oh, you're really funny. Now that you're actually speaking, you're very funny." And I totally just fell into it. So I never aspired to do it. Hadn't even crossed my mind. Never thought about it. Like if you had asked me whenever I was wee, what did I want to do? Like, you know, when you're a kid and you don't know any better, I would have said I want to be a world famous musician who plays for the Man United men's team in the weekend.
Singer.
Not knowing that
Are
I
you
couldn't
United
play.
supporter?
Well, I was when I was younger. I know he's sitting
Do you
on
know
the
this?
Liverpool top. I'm more a
Sinner.
football supporter.
Good.
So yeah, I never had any aspirations to do it, but it just kind of I happily fell into it by accident, but it means I've never ever had any heroes. So whenever I was maybe 15, 16, I did love Bo Burnham on YouTube before he was Bo Burnham. Like he was just this dorky little guy with a guitar and these really amazing lyrics. Like he's a real genius and a wordsmith. So I did like him.
So are you with the words too. There's some of the stuff that you write's unreal. That's what it is.
Thank you.
Well, write me something.
He's like, some of
let's
the
collab.
stuff that you write, I mean, some of
Let's
it's
collab.
shite.
Let's collab next week. That's it.
Aye, let's do collab. The Big Massive Podcast. So yeah, I liked him. People have always, since I've started, been like, "Oh, you're like an Irish Victoria Wood." I didn't know.
I was waiting to hear that.
Yeah, I didn't know when I started who Victoria Wood was.
Right.
I've never come across her. Too young for dinner ladies and all that stuff. But I then went in search of her, and I saw that duet of Barry and Frida. You know, the "Let's do it, let's do
Yeah.
it," which is incredible. And I have some memory of being a child and hearing that.
Hi. Oh, it would have been culturally.
I'd heard it, didn't know who she was, I just thought it was a great song. So I now, of course, now that I know who she is, I love her. There's a trio of girls, they're older women now, called Fascinating Aida. They're like musical, they do the Cheap Flight song. Have you heard that?
But I think because you haven't seen these growing up, it's actually helped. Because
I
your
think it's
creativity
helped.
is you.
Yeah, because I
You're
don't
not
have
really influenced by.
I don't have influences for
Exactly.
style, and even the comedians that I like, I find it, if someone's funny, they're funny. Don't really care what the style is. You know what I mean? I would more like actors.
Science.
I'm the same. I'm not a big.
Science.
See people say to me,
Kissing.
"What music you into?" I just like songs that are like. Do you know? It could be
If
anybody.
they're good, they're good.
Aye.
It's like I like actors. Like I like Robin Williams, find him really funny. I like
Brilliant.
Melissa McCarthy. Like,
Yeah.
it's more for me. Probably, I would have been a big movie fan growing up, so I would have found things very, very funny in that. But never watched stand up comedy.
Aye.
Do you know what? You're right,
So, yeah.
because like McCann talks about all the rap music he's on there, and it seems very cool. And I want to be that cool, but Dermot Kennedy.
He does
and
have very
That's what
good.
you're into.
Dermot Kennedy and
That's what you're into.
whatever. Mine's is very eclectic.
I hardly watch stand up either. Ever.
I never watch it. Like, I just like people that are genuinely
see
funny,
enough of it when you're out and
really,
about
really
too.
quick, and smart. That's what I like. But that doesn't necessarily have to be comedy. Do you know what I mean? That can be,
Be interesting.
yeah. And then I like the likes of. I love Modern Family. That kind of humor, like I find very, very funny.
And
Do you know?
podcasts too. Some of the best podcasts listening are comedy ones. They're
Yeah.
interesting ones.
Some of the
that
best
that
comedies.
make you go,
Reels.
no way.
Oh, true.
What?
Some of the best comedies reels.
Yeah.
And do you know the more relatable ones, the ones that you used to do? Like there was one the last day where the guy's in a car having an argument with himself, and you make a face, and you're like, you're
Yeah.
arguing away in your head, and then you go, then you catch yourself on.
Yeah.
It's like that's the most relatable, funny.
I love relatable humor. I think that is
That's
the
a song comes
funniest
on
thing.
that you're too manly to sing, and then before you know it, you're doing the whole chorus and
and
all.
man, just-
Oh, that's the thing. I put up a video and it was singing along to. I did one for "Man I Need" by Olivia Dean. You know the one. Come be the man I need. Some of you got something to give. So I put that up, me singing along, and I also put up. I would like a ring. I would like a ring. Baby, where the hell's my
Power
husband?
bands. I
put
could go the
those
way to
two up,
Belfast.
and they're all about men and how amazing they are and much offensive. I put them up, and I was like, when you're a masked lesbian, but these songs turn you straight temporarily. See the reaction to those is unbelievable. Like,
I could be
so it
driving
is
the dairy.
relatable
I
stuff.
want to know what love is. I want you to show me. Then you're in the traffic. You know what I mean? Where lights turn down a wee bit.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
doubt
Down
it
your
at all.
die road again, back up. Yeah.
I saw a guy who was flat out. It was maybe last week. It was in the queue for Farside, and there was a guy, and he was in a big pickup truck, and he was flat out rapping. I can't even remember what the song was, but I like Aaron McCann. I love rap as well. And I love Kendrick Lamar. My walk on stage for stage is Kendrick Lamar, and this guy was flat out rapping, and he was really good. And I just turned down my radio and just sat and listened to him.
was he
was
was he
so-
N-wording?
Was he what?
Doing the
N-wording?
N-word.
I don't think so.
Do you know what's mad? But there's talented people that just don't do nothing. Like, I have mates that amazing singer-songwriters, and they've got about 100 songs on their computer, and nobody's heard them.
How do you know they're good then?
People I've heard them.
All right.
They hasn't put them out. He's put some stuff out. No, Glenn Rouse. No. Then
See the one looks like you.
that's Harkin.
No, that's hard. Nah, that's hard.
I saw him years ago on Time Farmers, and I thought it was him. I was that drunk.
He went to actually give and take, and I was with a young person, and I
he?
encouraged him to sing for
He's
the
very
first
good.
time sober.
Oh,
He'd
yeah.
never did it, and then he did it, and then he just now he's a residency over in Spain.
Oh, wow. Oh, he's very good.
He's doing brilliant.
Um,
He's an entertainer as well as
Yeah,
just singing.
he's
Yes.
he's very good.
He just goes out and does a bit. He loves Elvis. You can see a wee bit of Elvis inspired.
Oh, aye.
The dancing and all that crack.
Elvis.
Brilliant.
But you can see the resemblance. Like
Oh,
he's,
they're very aye.
that's mad.
They're so alike.
You'll get a
side by
text sometime
side.
down the town.
Just taking a wee break from the podcast to tell you about the big, massive Patreon. As this ad goes out, there's currently 173 extra episodes on the Patreon. 2 a week, 1 early access, which goes out earlier than on Spotify and has 0 ads. I'm sure you're a wee bit head fried with all the ads on Spotify, but it's one of the few revenue streams that we have coming at the minute, so we do have to put them in there. But for £4.50 a month, which is £1 a week, for 173 episodes of Patreon, and there is 200 early access, no ads, podcasts in there as well. So it's nearly 400 podcasts for £1 a week. It's a good deal. And something I should say, if you are deciding to sign up for our Patreon, don't do it through your Apple phone. Don't be giving that wanker who's already dead, so he's not really a wanker anymore, Steve Jobs, any more money than he already fucking has and his family. Do it through your desktop computer so all the money can be sent to us and not Steve Jobs and Apple. Do you find that funny, Ronan? Aye. That's the ad.
I'm still thinking, do I have any vices after you asked me that?
Do you know what? But my whole thing was, is it okay to have a vice? Because like obviously I
think
was
it
in
is.
bad form on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm coming around now and I'm nearly off them. But is it all right just to have...
I think it's okay to
Do
have
you
a
vape
vice
or smoke,
because you
or
would
did
do
you ever?
something worse in its place. No, I don't
Do you
smoke.
drink?
Yes, but I do drink. When I drink, I only drink on occasion. But when I drink properly.
You're good at it when you go at it.
Yes. So I would drink.
It's like your
See,
big man.
once a year when I have a big show. So like at the end of last year, I had a big show in the Opera House. Had an after party after. Loads to drink. I'll be doing the same. I'm in the waterfront this year. I'll be having an after party at the end of the tour.
Yeah.
I'll have loads to drink. And I can drink a lot. We have strong constitutions, don't we? We can drink a lot.
But he's felt like waking up after a big show hungover kind of spoils it.
That's why we
does
do
a
the
wee
last one.
bit. It does a wee bit, but I do not like. I wish I liked beer, wine, cider, because I never just sit and have a drink because I don't like any of those drinks. If I did,
So what are you
I would do
drinking?
it. I just drink gin.
Oh, just gin.
Oh, when you're
Just
going
gin.
on it, you're going on it.
Yeah, I just drink gin. So
That's why you couldn't
I
do it
do
every
drink,
gig.
but it's infrequent. But when I drink properly.
When a
We
fair
had
go
drinks
out,
at Serena Terry, didn't we? We had drinks. We went to see Serena Terry and yourself in the SSC. You were brilliant,
Fuck,
Ronan.
thank you.
Absolute.
fucking podcast I fucking love it.
Absolute highlight.
nobody
but
said I'm good
He
at that
was
thing?
fantastic. So many people come up to me and says how good you were, and
Brilliant.
you were really, really good.
I was
Eamon
good.
was fantastic as well.
It was good for my wee tour because, as I say, tickets are selling, guys. So get on it. Except for the ones living in the Free State, I think they don't like me.
Well,
Or the
where
Republic
are you
Ireland.
going?
Just, do you know what? Stranraer, Stone Throw Away.
That's where my
And
mum
Monaghan.
used to go to Nina's Models.
And
Just to go and get the cheap clothes.
McGuigan's
You
bar.
know, those models.
I opened for Serena in there when she was doing like a work in progress, and everybody, the feedback was that good that I said, right, I'm doing a tour in there because everybody just came up after it, said they
Oh,
loved it,
brilliant.
and then sold 2 tickets. But it's not
That's
the
what
October.
happens. That's what happens, though. It's very, very
Marketing's a big
hard.
thing in it.
Oh, totally. Sure, a couple of years ago, like, nobody knew me at all. And, like, I was booking a gig and I kept being like, any tickets sold? Any tickets sold? I was in a wee tiny room in East Belfast. No tickets sold. I had to buy a ticket for my brother to come and sit and watch me for 2 hours. Not him, my other brother. And,
The good
like,
brother.
So how many went it?
my good brother. How many went? One, my brother.
Aye.
And, like, now people are saying,
It's mad
"Oh,
one brother went and you've 2 brothers.
I know. He used to never come to my gigs.
But it is, isn't it sort of...
He came to one in Strabane once and he left. He
And
left.
he left.
He left during it.
Got a red no. I love the bright red.
I thought, oh, he
Fucking
must
big
be,
red
Oh,
haircut
he
head
doesn't
on.
chat about you when
he
you're not here
must be
too.
just away. Oh, well, he
So he
must,
doesn't chat
Aye,
about
he
does,
must just be doing that there for
Emer
the
this,
street
Emer
cred
that.
because
Yes.
he
Any
came,
comedian comes, you know who my sister is.
he came and he left at half time.
No, I always say it. That's how I introduce him.
Is it?
That's Emer's brother.
Look how red his face is.
I know.
You wouldn't know we were siblings. We're so different.
Do you know what you're on about? Kieran Bartlett and me were doing a podcast one time too, and he said before COVID, he had one show to sell in Belfast, 100 people, right? He said I couldn't get. He said it was calling to people's houses.
Aye.
You said you're buying a ticket, gone. He wants on it. He says he ended up with like 60.
Yeah.
Then after they would have sold any. You know,
That's the thing.
one clip.
It's crazy. One clip makes
It's not
it
full you
two.
anxiety, but selling tickets all the time, looking about
Yeah,
tickets.
but
thinking
I'm
Not if
only-
it's
about tickets.
established.
I'm only really
No.
starting now to be selling tickets all the time, but before, like I see during COVID, I thought, right, I'm going to try and actually do this comedy thing properly because 2019, I think,
What a time do you think about? Yes, do you know what? I'm just
I
really,
I own the whole world.
I
sometime.
left my job.
that's me now.
I left my job as a speech language therapist during COVID to go full time comedy. Yeah,
I remember you were doing online stuff for us, actually.
something wrong with me.
That's
I
right.
know.
You done the Quasno?
Yeah, but 2019, I had just started like trying out a few bits and pieces of comedy, and then the Arts Council came out and they were like, "Oh, we're doing funding for musicians, whatever." And I thought, wonder if I get a wee bit of that funding. And I was like, if they give me funding, I'm going to go to Edinburgh and do a show. And if they don't give me that funding, I'm just going to I'm not going to be a comedian. I'll just go and be a doctor. And I thought that's a
Nice
good,
free options there.
good way.
Doctor, comedy,
Good way
Language
to, good way to
scientist,
decide.
doctor.
music.
So they did give me a bit of fun, so I went and did a show in Edinburgh Fringe, and I thought, right, that's it, I'm being a comedian. Like, that's what I'm doing. And then, obviously, COVID happened. And then during COVID, I contacted the guys, the Shine in Belfast, and I says, here, any chance you'd let me do a gig? Because I just want to see if I can really do this comedy thing. And they were like, where do you want to do it? And I was like, Ulster Hall. Now, at this point in time,
Ulster Hall.
Ulster Hall. I'm
Ulster Hall.
I had zero following.
Aye.
Nobody knew me. I thought, but sure, if I tend to think, sure, if it goes wrong,
Do you know what?
I'll just not do it.
That gig stands out for me as a gig that I remember you doing.
Go, but yeah, it was my first big gig.
The Black.
Ulster
No,
Hall.
Ulster
No, do you
Hall.
remember the one that you would have did for Include Youth? And everybody was raving about you. What do you call him? He was out in Lifford working. He's living out in Clady now.
Who?
Geordie.
Oh, he was on there. So they were all just blown away. So I don't know was it in the Front Stage Festival or something like that? Remember we were doing? You did something for us on
On the Mac, maybe?
the Mac
It was in the Mac. That's
front,
what it was.
The front,
Yeah.
front.
Stage Festival.
It was 100% in the Mac, yeah.
Aye.
With all the young people.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And they all got free bosoms.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a free bosom when I was raging. Yeah, I remember.
And you smashed it.
Yeah, it was great.
So
it was really good. I
Your
had a
name
great
was sort of
time.
going round about there now because it's mad. How did it sell then in the Ulster Hall?
Good, but like it was on sale for like a year, and it was like all friends, all family, anybody who ever knew me or met me.
Both
Like, it
brothers or
wasn't
one
people.
brother?
You weren't there, were you?
I was at that one.
You were at that one. Yeah, he was there. My sister was even there. Sean was definitely there. And do you know what Sean, my other brother, only told me recently? I was that anxious that people weren't going to the Ulster Hall gig that I bought a whole load of tickets, put them in free cycle, and says to people, please come and see my sister.
But that's what it's like at the start. It's
That
gone.
is what it's, and that's
But
what
you would have
have
been
to- and I
confident.
didn't know.
Lovely.
I
That's
didn't know.
nice.
I
But you
know.
were
That's the
confident
nicest thing he's ever
enough
done.
in the product. A lot of
Yes.
people, this is what annoys me, and I'm not mentioning names, but there's a lot of people that don't have the product and are promoting themselves as this thing.
I always think that too.
It's happening a lot, and then people are showing up and going, what the fuck am I watching here?
This isn't very good. If I always think whenever I see people,
names.
say if I see somebody at a gig or whatever, and they're going down really badly, they're bombing with the audience, whatever, I'm always like, why are you doing this to yourself? Like what? And then I think, are they thinking it's going well? Do you know what I mean? Because I know whenever I do gigs, like it goes down really well. Like I'm doing a tour gig, like there's a couple of stand ovations during the shows. Like
Yeah,
people
the
are
evidence
laughing,
is in
people are
front
crying.
of you.
I can see it, but then I think when they're looking out and there's silence, what are they seeing?
Do you know what I think? There's a theory behind that too, that so you know what it's like to get stand ovation or applause breaks and all that there, crack. So when you know that, if you don't get that, then you're going right. This,
Yeah.
Or see, we did a show and we warned the guy not to do a certain joke. Like I warned him because he did it 3 times in 3 different. I wouldn't even repeat it, and I'm a bit.
Tell me after,
I'll tell you after.
because it was rude.
Oh, it was disgusting.
No.
It was dirty.
Plus, it involved children.
Children
It was
and
predatory.
Their private
it was,
parts, and
it was just.
I was just.
That's a quick way to turn the audience against you.
So-
Yes. Aye.
I said.
There's dark humor, but it was beyond that. It was.
Aye. And I told him that's not funny, and he did it again. I told him that's not funny, and then actually on the night of our live show, I says, "Don't do it." Told him. Now you'd take that as gospel if it was if it's your show. Went up and did it. Died on his hole, right? But came off winking and pointing.
Really?
Sent the big message to me after. That was the best experience of my life. Because I've never done 10. He usually didn't stand up in front of 10 people. There was 250 there that night. But it was every woman in the room was this.
Oh, it was bad. Aye.
The men were beside him.
That happened at a gig that you and I were at together.
Aye.
Was it the same person?
No. Oh, no. See,
And the
see
woman,
that?
the woman were all.
But
And I thought,
we
don't
did-
tell those jokes. You shouldn't tell them anyway, but
this
not in
was
a room
that-
full of women.
And we sandwiched them between you and Colin Murphy, which
Yeah.
is another
Oh,
clean
I
act.
know who you're on.
Oh,
about.
exactly.
And it
And,
was
and
like,
Colin
we were
is
like-
so high level, so quick, so smart. He's just amazing. He's so talented.
When your
And then
man
it
was
was.
on, you seen Colin.
Was this in Clady?
Because that's your family went.
That's right.
But I
Worse,
just
far
always
worse than
think,
that. Far worse
Really?
than that. Oh,
This was Kilrooney, so you had to cheer who's the best. Everybody booed him.
Oh, it's terrible.
But he still came off.
he still sent me an
But
essay.
that's what I
next
think.
day.
It must be a self-awareness thing because
That's 100%
see if I
self-awareness.
had one gig where I went and people were like, lukewarm, I'd be like, I'm never doing this again.
Oh, I was
I'm
doing.
done.
If you do a gig and you even see one person not laughing, that's all you see.
I
The
know.
whole place is and you're just seeing.
These
what
people
is
seem
wrong?
to be able to convince themselves.
But that's what I mean. It's a lack of self-awareness.
Aye.
But
There
then,
is. It's just people shouldn't do it as well.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of it. And
But I
apparently, if you
think
go to
is there-
England or America, you see it. Like America's got. I think McCann was saying, or somebody was over. He does the New York circuit, and it's all
Yes, because I
mixed
did
up.
a gig over there with him.
Right, and I was
Yeah.
saying, like you've got the 10% of the best comedians probably in the world in New York, But he says the rest ends just because Americans have this attitude. I can do that,
Yes.
and then they all tell the same jokes and all, and they just get up and they're talking about the same shit. I think there's even that crowd, the Joe Rogan sphere. Mm-hmm. They're going down the road of being racist, sexist. That's what they call it. Where are they? Texas.
And
It's all about transgenders. It's all about nearly like there's comedians saying now, can they not do a joke without bringing up transgender? Like, so they're all just jumping on. And then you've got all the right wing tubes all clapping. Yeah.
They're obviously doing it for like it to be clippable to their audience and stuff. I'm always like, I find it hard if people tell jokes about a group like off stage. I love dark humor as well. I'm not crude or anything like that, but I do love dark humor if it's smart and it's well done.
Yes.
And I think there's a really big difference between very, very smart innuendo that is really dark and someone has to figure out the answer than just here's a dick joke. Do you know what I mean?
Apparently your
Find a
man,
big difference.
Tony Hinchcliffe, was it? He did another special. It's one of the worst things that's on Netflix.
Really?
It's just like, black men love chicken.
Oh my god.
I heard a joke yesterday. It took me ages to work it out. Do you want to hear it?
Aye.
What do you call a magician who's lost his magic?
A musician or a magician?
A magician.
You said magician.
He did say magician.
Is that a mixture between a magician?
Oh, that was the joke then. A magician.
A magician.
Start again.
What do you call a magician that's lost his magic?
A shin.
Ian.
Oh, I was close. I was going
You went.
CIA.
You were logical there. I was just waiting for the answer.
He was like,
At least Connor.
He's looking at me for validation. I'm just shaking my head.
No, you were laughing behind the page.
that's the kind
should
of
have finished with
stupid joke
ta-da.
that he likes. Connor loves those kind of jokes. He's
bad
simple-minded, that boy.
But I was like, Ian,
That's not bad.
it's not bad.
That's not bad. I don't mind
You
that.
can use it.
I might use that. I might use that in my next show.
You can use it.
It's like probably really, it's one of the oldest jokes. I heard it on a podcast, a funny podcast.
Was it?
No, it was a football podcast.
Football?
Some football podcasts can be funny.
There's probably easier to get a laugh when it's not a comedy podcast.
Oh, yeah.
It is
just
because
chat-
nobody's expecting it.
Exactly. And it's a bit of crack, yeah. You know what I mean? More than...
Have you been watching the rest of football?
Depends on the time I watched. Who was it last night? Germany?
Ecuador and Germany.
Yeah.
Ecuador. Who are you following? Are you in a sweepstake or anything?
I'm not a sweepstake or anything. I always support Portugal. Always have, because we always went there every year on holidays, and me and Connor used to play football with the Portuguese boys, didn't we? And they used to run rings around us, and also
Ronaldo.
because I supported Man United, Ronaldo. But I love Messi, not because he's the best football player in the world, but because he's small like me. Not width-wise,
And
he's
autistic?
small, and he's
Is he?
he's an autism diagnosis.
Oh, gee,
Messi, I haven't had a conversation with him, but I could
no,
just
but
picture
you
him
can
looking at
tell.
the pitch.
Have you ever seen him in like the big moments? He's all like
But I bet
really
you-
overwhelmed.
Yeah,
He's like always looks overwhelmed.
he's always like a wee deer in headlights.
So
The wee
weird.
boy Suarez's son forgot to say hello to him or something, and he went back and shook his hand. It was just, but I can bet you he sits, looks at the field, it's all lasers.
Yeah, because he just stands there waiting, and then he's like, vroom. So I love him because he's autistic, and it just makes me think autistic people, some are the best at everything.
Is there more autistic people now than there isn't? It seems. Or is everybody just coming out?
I think people are, I think people
I
are
think
just
I might
coming
be
out.
somewhere in that spectrum, you know.
I think you might be something. Don't know if you're autistic.
I'm definitely something like
It was
this.
funny, we were talking about my mother last day because there's a couple of our relatives have got now the nut allergy. My mom was like, back in the day we had no nut allergies, but I was like, but it's probably years and years of processed food now. Like there's
Yeah,
it's
don't you develop
biologically
a
it's
nut
evolved
allergy
like
from having more nuts? Like I'm sure back in the 50s they weren't flat out munching peanut M&Ms. You know what I mean?
there was no-
You're more exposed now, but
It's
also
flipped now. Back when we were young, to get crisps and chocolate and bar, that was luxury. You didn't buy it.
yeah.
Now it's the cheapest thing to buy. That's
oh,
why
absolutely.
people.
But no, there's more. I think there's just more people that you know about now because there's people have more access to assessments and all. Because everyone always was like, well, back in my day, there wasn't anybody autistic in my class. Now, in my day, there was nobody officially, but I mean, Jesus, you could spot them.
I had a
there
few
was
mates that were
100%.
geniuses at school, but then they had no street smarts.
Exactly, they were
At
obviously,
all,
they
they
were
were-
just autistic.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? So there was always loads.
So
of
they had a
people.
label back then, but it wasn't
Or
autistic.
people, yeah.
Do you know what
People
I mean?
used to always say like, "Oh, that's a wee odd man down the road," or
Aye.
she's a bit touched or whatever." But actually,
There's always the
they're
ones you
just
bullied,
different.
wasn't it? Mm-hmm. That's
who?
how you knew.
No.
The ones you would have bullied them.
I would have held the same Mills autistics. I would have done
Did
this.
you go to St. Mills?
No, the ones outside St. Coleman School. I would wait until their
So you
bus.
had to be autistic and Samuels.
I'd hold them until I see the bus leaving, they say, and then let them go.
You full bastard.
Two of them. Go! And then the first autistic 2 miles going on. And then they get their wee bus up, they say, and then they always got it. They give them enough time.
You
The wee
did.
dotes. Who are you?
You completely pulled back on that story. They never made it. Ever.
Never seen them again.
But it's mad. You're right. I think that people think, back in my... It's the internet. You've access to so much information.
You've access
now.
to education.
If it was just Strabane, we know internet, and you didn't know, you wouldn't, half the things that people have, you wouldn't think.
Do you know what's mad, right? People be like, somebody's dad will be like, there was no autism back in my day, and then he'll show you like his coin collection. Do you know what I mean? Or there was no autism back in my day, and then they're looking at flight radar, and I'm like, you are patient zero.
I used to talk to straws.
You used to what?
Talk to straws.
Exactly, so me. He's not right. He's
My
not
brother,
right.
this is always, I told this before, but my ma says one of the funniest things is my oldest brother. So my younger brother used to bang his head off the cot, they fall asleep. Used to headbutt the wall, like.
Oh my god.
And I used to talk to straws, so my ma's up one night and Terry came down, the eldest brother crying. I says, what's wrong? What's wrong, me son? I can't sleep. She goes, why? She says, Kieran keeps banging his head off the wall and Ronan won't stop talking to his straws.
See, totally normal.
Hey, maybe I should have been diagnosed with something else.
Hello. Do you remember you and Sean used to knock the walls to each other?
Aye, so he'd sleep next door.
So there's
Morse code.
there was a wall between their two bedrooms. All I'd hear in the night was them two bloody knocking the walls
Go
to
on,
each
you make a
other.
sandwich.
And now me and Sean, our bedrooms are back to back because we live next door to each other, and his bedroom and my bedroom
What?
are literally. And sometimes now
In Belfast?
I'll be like, yeah,
It doesn't work.
I know, we live next. My girlfriend lives with him.
So I
They're
lived in a
roomies.
house in Liston and the houses are the walls are that thin. I remember being in my next door neighbour's house and my mate came back, he was living with me at the time, shouted up the stairs for me to see if I was in the house, and I was on next door and I was able to shout back.
Oh, that's mad.
That's how thin it was. I remember
very
getting a
thin.
bicycle with a bell on it, knowing who was in the room next door in the next house, and sat just ringing the bell.
I was sitting the last day and something came back to me that I used to do when I was younger too. It's just like a flash of light. Used to eat thread.
You were saying that?
Like pull all the
Oh, thread off what?
anything like throws or pillows and then
Did you swallow it?
Tism.
add it. And then do you know what the best bit? Now I shouldn't probably be saying this, but see when it came out the other end.
Aye. You had to pull it out.
Like a tapeworm?
Hey, I swear to God, I was only young. Like
That, what, like 15?
Was it
the feeling was great.
Was it like...
The feeling was great. That's like whenever you bring your Labrador to the vet and it's
Man,
got,
that
it's
just
got
came
something
to me
wrapped
the
around
last
its
day.
thing.
I used to eat thread and then
Taking flossing to a new level.
Full body floss?
When you floss your teeth and there's bits of
it was like a colonic irrigation. It was just like
Was that the only thing you ate?
You could play it.
no, I had food as well plus thread.
I but
So
did
if I
you
was
eat
watching
anything
TV,
else?
I'd have like winded thread up on my finger and then ate it and swallowed it.
That is so bizarre.
And then you would have felt it like hanging out. And then you got a bit of tissue paper.
Oh, that is the most.
That's a dingleberry if I've ever heard.
That's the original
The ultimate dingleberry there.
I,
I
cannot
swear to God, I
believe
was
that.
about 10. Like, give me a break.
No.
10?
You're
I thought you meant you were about 3. 10?
I was 18 at the time.
Jesus Christ. 10 you have.
10's young.
You have full confidence.
3, I'm on a nappy. Like,
You'd need to be a
If you
nappy
can
at
handle
10.
the nappy,
Roll
then
that
it's on
10
there.
out.
Jesus Christ.
That is not right.
oh, wish I had told that story.
I know why.
I used to eat
Me
all
talking
kinds
my
of
straws
stuff.
now doesn't feel that bad.
No.
To be honest, I'll tell you.
I used to eat the wallpaper off the walls.
And then see when you put them on the table and
What do you
dried
think
on.
of that?
That's the funniest thing you've ever done.
That's the last straw now, I'll tell you.
Do that in your tour.
You've crossed the line now.
It's like one of my
The
ancestors.
last straw.
I thought you were
Anyway,
lifting that to
spring
take a
roll.
sip out of it.
Grab a hold of him, follow him through
Oh
the dark.
my god.
You could do
you
one of
tell-
them night walks.
Did your parents know?
Shut up, you're autistic.
Yeah, I have a reason.
She's been diagnosed, you haven't. Stringy?
I think you doing that with a string is worse than anything I've done.
I wish I really hadn't brought that up. But
It's on now. So
Well, do you know what? There might be other people who
Aye.
pulled things out of their bums that might feel
Like a
really,
little thing.
that might feel seen.
do you know what? There was a nice sensation of it.
Maybe that's why you did it, because you're a pervert. Is that why? Here, have you ever done it as an adult?
you ever hear a thing?
No.
They're called the anal beats.
Would you do it as an
Doink, doink,
experiment
doink.
for the podcast?
Aye. Go on.
Go on.
I've never done it as an
You do
adult.
it, I'll do it. You do it, and then I'll tell you how I felt.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
Just hear that.
No.
That's very strange.
That is. It's very
But
strange.
see you the
that I
first
told
time it came out. Did it start? Did you were going, right, that's enough of eating the string, or did you go and get the thicker string?
Was it clean?
My granny
Wonder-
finished
any rope?
fucking if you're biting the PE rope at school.
Do you know what? That's one of the things. Probably more will come to me. I still have all the strings.
I had a wild habit of
Wait.
blank.
I know.
I don't know. This was a strange one too. You know the before quilts, it was blankets. Do you remember that? So before quilts, everybody had blankets.
Like an actual
You had
Soft.
3-4 blankets and then a cover blanket over the top.
Possibly.
Well, I remember.
5
well.
blankets?
Oh, I
Think of the amount of
you had a
bread
sheet.
he would have got out of
I
there.
know. But I used to pull the wee wool off.
Breakfast,
it and
lunch,
do
and
that.
dinner.
All night.
Did you make that noise?
That noise. And my man all were going, what the fuck is that noise he's making? They're complaining about it all the time.
feel like we're in a
Making it.
clinic.
But I had to have the wee fluff on it. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I was doing for, but
How's this work?
it soothed my brain.
I
That
did
noise.
Imagine you two as kids playing together and he's like, and you're like,
I rolled it, he had it, and then we pulled it out.
And then we done a wee show for the straws.
That's what the threads were back in them days. I see your thread now. Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Well, we go to the
We'll do room 101.
101.
This must be close to an hour, is it?
55.
Flipping hell, we don't even need it. We could do one of them if you want.
She only has one.
I've 3 prepared and I can't remember what they are. Connor, what are they? Because I text them to you there.
Dun, room 101.
String.
People get annoyed about vegetarianism, self-checkouts, and people who act like they hate your spouse.
Okay.
People
Self-checkouts.
that act like they hate your spouse.
Their own spouse.
Oh, yes.
So you just pick one we talk about. So either people who get annoyed at other people being vegetarian, which happens all the time, self-checkouts, or people who act like they hate their spouse.
Let's go with the first one. So vegans usually get the most abuse, don't they?
Yeah, so I recently
Are you a
went-
vegetarian?
Yes, but only for the past 7 months.
I thought you were
Or the night that you're drinking, Jim?
I was vegetarian previously for a while, but now I'm vegetarian. My girlfriend's vegetarian. Sean, my brother who lives next door, is vegan. So we're like a little
And
vegetarian
vegan
commune.
means no...
No animal products whatsoever. No
Cheese.
milk, no eggs, no cheese, no happiness.
But you're a
right?
vegetarian.
Yes.
Right,
So it's just no meat.
meat.
No meat.
Fish?
No, I've never eaten fish.
Have you not?
Well,
He found one on the string.
no, I've never
Tadpole.
I've never ever had fish, and I'm not a big fan of meat anyway, so it hasn't been an issue. But I love chicken, so it's just chicken I've had to cut out. But it's so weird because see, when you go vegetarian, everybody gets really offended. People be
Do
like,
they?
yeah. See the amount of people say to me, "Oh, go on, just eat it. Go on, just eat it. Go on, oh, go on, just order something with chicken." So you'll be somewhere with something, right? One of my friends recently was like, "Oh, don't be doing that. Oh, come on, we'll get the same thing." And I was like, what is it to you? See the amount of people who've got really, really irritated.
But it's the same way not drinking.
That's
It's
exactly
actually
what
the
it's
same-
like.
it's
Go
the
on,
same
just
way
take a drink.
Healthy eating. If you're trying to eat healthy,
Yeah.
just take it this time. Sure, what's one biscuit going to do?
Or people
Not
get
realising it's switching me on to egg and milk stuff.
people get so offended and they're like, well, why are you doing that there? Why are you doing? And I'm like, what's it to you?
Exactly, that I'm not,
Not
yeah,
drinking
you're not.
really
You
offends
should just
people.
say I'm off
Yeah.
chicken.
It's being vegetarian.
But
is the
vegan
same.
definitely get it more.
They get it more because people think they're annoying. Some of them are. But some of every group of people's annoying.
Yes.
I
you know
think
what
when
I mean?
someone becomes sort of new, like vegan was a new
Yes.
thing, people then it's like, how do you know somebody's vegan? Because they'll definitely tell you.
Yeah. So there's a lot of vegans are extremely strict. So I always think if someone is trying to be vegetarian or vegan, but once a month they need to eat a bacon bap or they need to whatever, that is still 29
Yeah.
days of the month
Yeah.
that they have helped the planet, helped the animals.
Yeah.
So like, some vegans would go mad at that and be like, well, then you're not really a vegan. And I'm like, well, if everybody just tries a little bit, or if you even have meat free once a week, twice a week, but sure, that's an improvement. But some vegans, I think, get a bad rep because they're very strict, and I do not agree with the strictness because everybody can make up their own mind about what they
It's a
want
good
to
way
do.
to look at it.
And
Well, it's true.
There's would vegans and vegetarians clash?
So some vegans are not happy with vegetarians because like it's not good enough.
It's a cop out.
It's a cop out. Whereas if you're a vegetarian, you're not eating fish, you're not eating chicken, you're not eating any type of meat. You are improving the world massively. You're saving however many animals, hundreds of thousands of animals, whatever, hundreds or thousands of animals. But some of them see that it's not good enough. It should be strict vegan or not, and I do not agree with that at all.
People
See
just
if
like
someone-
to group everybody together.
See if someone is a massive meat eater and they loved animals, I would be like, well, maybe just have one day a week that's meat free because you'll be already saving however many.
Yeah.
Like nobody should be in charge of what somebody else does. But yeah, so there is a little bit of you're not doing it good enough. Whereas I don't think vegetarians think that about meat eaters. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? Like vegan is very all or nothing. But then there's some people who are meat eaters who are so offended that you won't eat meat.
Aye.
Like, or they'll be
They're as bad as each other.
yeah, they're as bad as each other.
Well, hard to get your protein.
I know that's the only thing. It's very hard. So I don't know how vegan. They obviously have to take protein powder and stuff. I love milk so much. I don't know how I would get being veggie. I don't know how I would get protein if
And that's good source of
it's
protein
good
and
protein
calcium.
and yogurt and all,
Aye.
like Greek yogurt. But you can't have that if you're vegan.
It's crazy because we did training one time with transgender, and I was shocked at the many transphobic people there in the gay community. Because you know people like they put everybody in the one. A lot of gay people. that would
They all
say-
hate each other.
there's a lot of gay
the whole
people-
spectrum hates each other.
Aye, that's what I'm saying. So there's gay people that says we fought for our rights in the 70s and 80s and we got them.
Yeah.
Why are you putting us now into this?
So it's usually older gay people.
Yeah.
Right.
Not all of them, of course, but some older gay people will be like, we fought for our rights in the 70s and 80s, but actually they fought alongside transgender people and they wouldn't have won it without them. It's like the Stonewall riots in New York. Like there was a woman, transgender woman, Martha P. Johnson, who kind of led that. And like all of the gay rights, a lot of it was led and pushed by the transgender people. So we probably wouldn't be anywhere without them.
So the transgender people are probably thinking, if we can get this through, the next step is what's happening. Do you know what I mean? Get us through. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and I never like see if you're gay and you have been like, especially back then when you were really persecuted and ostracized. I do not understand how you could then do that to somebody else because you know how shit it
Aye.
feels. It was so scary. Like even like I was born in the 90s and I was terrified growing up gay in case my parents found out and all this here. Like I would never imagine putting that feeling on somebody else. Do you know what I mean?
Like I put a post out too, it was like a personal one on my own page about people getting burnt out of their houses, like doctors getting their house burnt out.
It's mental.
And you see the picture of the Wayne's crib burning.
Oh,
And you're like,
that's so heartbreaking, isn't it?
do you know what I mean? And then because of the experiences you go up, you're going, how can you support that? Like, but do you know what I've noticed? There's a wild lot of racists in this country.
Oh, absolutely.
Like it's coming out left, right, and centre, and
See Twitter the other week whenever
shocking. I
your
can't
mom
believe
went
that
mad. It was, oh my God.
But angry you were looking at it, and then do you know what I mean? It's people are looking at headlines and just making their own decisions rather than.
People don't read into things. People see a headline and they think, right, I'm going to run with that.
Aye,
They
I'm
don't
an
read
expert.
into things. And I think a lot of headlines kind of play to that kind of inflammatory response of people, especially men.
Clickbait.
Yeah, because see all, oh my God, see all the stuff in Belfast, the men out and we're like, we're out protecting our woman, our women and children.
Where's the riots now with Jeffrey Donaldson?
The Wyatts?
Aye,
Riots.
they weren't interested
The
in protecting
Wyatts.
them.
He was anti
Wyatts.
gay as well.
Massively.
Really joking down on it.
He was
Just
massively
imagine.
anti-gay.
Aye. But then it was meant there was a story, it's unknown this morning, that night he was coming out of a famous gay sauna steam room place. But that day it was like about Christians and Christ and you're going to hell but in his own mind, what are you thinking? Like
Self-aware. Comes back to
predator.
self-awareness.
See, in my opinion, now I'm not religious, but, you know, our parents were religious enough, my friends are very, very Christian. I think someone like him who is to that extreme, they are like that because there's something they need forgiveness for. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
So he's done those things. He needs forgiveness. He needs to be hyper religious and
Well, I know a couple of gay guys told me that a lot of some married men that are homophobic, he's went with.
Oh, yeah.
So there's loads of studies showing that the more homophobic a man is, the more likely
Because
he
they're
is to be
trying to-
gay, and he's.
Aye.
I know. Sure, look at Mr. Homophobe
trying
in
to
the corner there.
trying to suppress everything. You know what I mean?
I know.
You're trying to suppress your real feelings.
Well,
So we put Jeffrey Donaldson in room 101, everybody.
absolutely. I think he's in it already.
And the wife. Stick her on too.
Get them all in
I
there.
know. Put them all in. there.
So room 101 for where were we?
People who hate
annoyed.
on for someone for being vegetarian because they're not vegetarian.
100%.
People
Put
who
it on.
hate on people who don't drink because they drink.
Put it
Yeah.
on.
Basically, I just think mind your business.
Exactly.
Eat what you want.
Paddle your own canoe.
Mind your business.
And
Fix,
do room
fix
101.
Give me the
nobody.
spouse one because that's a thing.
Give you the spouse one. I think this is so weird. Like, why do I'm going out with someone now, and it's a relatively new relationship, and like I actually like her, right? And I see all these
that helps.
couples. Now I've seen it more in straight couples, but maybe it's because there's more representation of straight couples, and they're always like, oh fuck the wife, and oh Jesus, and I can't stand him, I hate him, and I'm like, literally, you're meant to have picked the person you like.
Yeah.
Why do you act like you hate them so much? I don't understand. Do you just get on?
I've seen a lot of this now.
It's
I have
so
seen
weird.
a lot. Fucking him over there.
That's what I mean. Or like,
but that's not spouse. Is it? Am I wrong?
spouse is your husband, your wife, your partner. Do you not know what spouse
I thought it was
means?
brothers
Do
and
you
sisters.
think it was Glenn's spouse?
I thought it was brothers and sisters.
That's sibling.
That's sibling.
Fuck, there you go.
Spouse is your husband or wife.
Jesus,
Glenn's
I've been
spouse.
stuck in the spouses for years. I know what you mean now. There is that, and I've seen it through. I know.
Or he's a useless bastard. Can't stand him. Now, obviously, we're friends on Facebook. You post nice things about it's Orla, isn't it? You post nice things as if you like her. But there's so many, even
Even as tongue in cheek,
You've never listened to this
I did a wee video. But we bitch about marriage, but it's not hate. And like I did a video bringing Orla down to pick a Maguire for her birthday. That's joking. But there is, you're right, there is a fucker there, hey.
Yeah.
In front of people.
And I'm like,
I've seen it a lot.
why are you with them?
Exactly.
Why don't you leave them?
Just go.
It's so disrespectful.
But is it not like
People
a...
think it's funny.
And
Do they really feel like that? But
they don't. Because they go home together and they.
it's almost like a showing off thing.
Aye.
But imagine showing off by saying how much you hate this person.
Putting them down all
It's
the time.
so
and
weird. It's
beyond
like,
useless
did you watch
bastard.
Gavin and Stacey? Because I've only watched it recently. There's the characters.
You never seen it?
Not really. Like
class.
I
Well,
know
I've
the
only started
characters
it.
and
But there's a couple called Dawn and Pete. And the whole thing is how much they hate each other. Anytime they're together, the things they're calling each other. And I'm like, it's a real caricature of those couples. But there are
Father
loads of them.
Ted. Remember the two that
Oh, yeah.
fucking hated each other, the priest, and that's happened in Catholic Ireland.
But do you not
Priest
think
walks
it's
in, how you doing, Father?
do you not think it's a bit of a narcissism thing?
Do you think so?
Like a self-involvement.
If the person lets it happen too, because you know what I've noticed? It's always a weak against the strong. There's always somebody that takes it and doesn't argue back.
Well, there was a couple
you know
on
what I mean?
my flight home from holidays, and they were there with a couple of their children, and it was a guy and a girl, and Jesus, they hated each other. Like, they actually had to move seats at one point to put the child in between them because they could not stand each other.
Why?
And they spoke to each other so disrespectfully, and no matter what he said, she just went like this to him.
Aye.
And then no matter what she said, he would say, "Would you ever fuck up?" And I thought, why are you together? Why are you showing those three children that this is what a relationship should be like?
Toxic.
It'd be better if you were not here.
100% it's better to separate
I just thought
from
it was.
them
I thought it was
situations.
bizarre. Do you know what I mean? And I thought they've just spent 2 weeks together on holidays. That must have been hell. And it must be crap for those children watching that, being like, "Mummy
They
and
probably
Daddy
don't
hate
know
each
any
other."
better, and that's the sad part, that they grow up thinking toxic
the norm.
relationships are
And then they
the
carry it
norm.
on too. They can
And
straight
then
then.
they'll speak to somebody like that, and then they'll
Yes,
speak to somebody
that's
like
exactly.
We're
And,
putting them in the room
and that's
101.
the cycle, 100%.
that. Absolutely.
2 in a row. Right, last one. I like this one.
What is this one?
Self-checkout.
Self-checkouts. Being in my life. I cannot
I
stand
actually
them.
like them. Hey?
I like them because you don't
I
have
like
to
them
talk
in
to
Lidl.
anybody. Well, I don't have a
Lidl
Lidl near
are
me.
fucking slow as fuck. Now they've got the self-checkout. You can...
Have they?
I didn't know they had them. I must hit Layla on the way home here.
I can stress you out, self-checkout.
I can't stand them. I love that you don't have to talk to anybody, but I hate every 2 seconds. There's something unexpected in the bagging area.
And then it takes them ages to come and get
I
you.
wouldn't be wild dying about the passport photo they have of you now.
Tell
the
me
whole-
this, do you
the whole
think
thing?
there's a pile of thieving going on?
Oh, right.
Think these, it could be stealing.
Absolutely.
Just miss one. every
I've
now
done
and
it loads.
again. Have you? I've never done it.
Especially when the Waynes were young with a pram.
I've never done it.
Oh, get outside. Oh, fuck, we forgot
Soon as
that. That's the bottom of the pram. I mind we forgot about that.
You're a thief.
Did you really?
I've never done it. Because I'm waiting to get...
See if there was
just
like a
alarms.
packet of ham, it was like £7. You're like, oh,
I hope
People are
not.
changing
oh,
stickers
do you know
and
what?
stuff,
There's
but-
not enough room in the trolley.
I
Put that
hope
one
not
there.
Nasdaq, because I used to work there and I have a duty of care to report.
100% Asta.
Sure, we're going like or 5.
Did you take care to
Seven.
report me? Imagine you left here now and went down to...
I have loyalty. I'm gonna
I'd
be
like to
straight on
report
the
a
phone.
crime.
Hello, George. I'm gonna be straight on
Aye.
to tell
But
them.
there's the other thing that...
They expect,
manual
as they
labour,
expects,
taking jobs, people.
What is it?
That would have been all people working there. All
that's
and
true.
when you didn't ask it, all them machines, you know what I mean? It's jobs
Well,
you're-
there was
you're
a
using
there
for
was a
that.
checkout girl, she was about 70, a woman the other week who really embarrassed me. She really showed me up, and I thought you should be turned into a self-checkout, because I was lining up at this thing. I was fine, put my stuff through and paid, and it was in Sainsbury's, and she says, "Do you have a Nectar card?" And I said, "No, I don't." And she said to the woman behind me, "This girl wants to know, can she use your Nectar card?" And I was like, "No, I didn't." And the woman who had the Nectar card looked disgusted. And she was like, and the woman was like, "Please just let her use her. She's just asked." And I was like, "You're gaslighting me and her." And she eventually gave the Nectar card. I scanned it. I was so embarrassed. I would have rather died than
What was the
use
Nectar
that woman's
card for?
Nectar card.
What does that do?
It must be to see if anything gets cheaper. So I think there's Nectar
Right.
card prices and whatever. I would have rather paid the
Aye.
extra to not have been humiliated. So then I thought that woman's a wee bit totes and approach. So now I won't go back to Sainsbury's because I'm too embarrassed to go back to Sainsbury's.
You're not going to avoid it now forever.
I'll never
been
be
there.
back. I'm going to go to Lidl.
And there was an Asta woman there not recently like stole like $7 worth of stuff. So everybody's at it.
In
Somebody that worked
Strabane.
in
Did you ever steal from Asta when you worked in Asta?
No, I did not.
dare you.
I'm a rule follower.
It seems like it's a
Yes,
thing.
I think that was my old colleague. No, I'm very much follow the rules. I am a big dork.
We,
Me and our
I'd be
Kieran.
terrified.
I would often now. My wife was not complicit on it, by the way. I was a me thing. I was like,
All right, Jeffrey.
if I get there,
Me and our Kieran,
she was only guilty by the facts. How's that work?
they leave it back. Just keep walking.
Aye, will we return it?
Say nothing. Say nothing. Just keep going. I wouldn't be able to handle.
I'll tell you how
guilt.
how brave we got. We actually went through the cashier wait with the thing at the bottom. It wasn't even the
Because
self checkout
you
anymore.
have to act as if you don't know, you see.
Prison.
That's why.
What exactly did you steal?
Some nights,
So £7.
Some nights.
£7. Some nights when we had a big hit.
some nights we had a steak night, and the steaks were expensive.
An onion?
Oh, the steaks.
OMG.
Some nights we bought thread
Aye.
for dinner.
Guys, Asda, I did not know about any of this. This was not
It
when
was
I worked there.
Emer.
What do you call this?
Oh, you might
shop
give me the
up on
nod.
Main Street. Was it Super Value in the main
Did
street?
you steal from Super Value?
When it was Woolworths or Wellworths back in the day?
That was where B&M was.
I'll tell you what we did. Me and the brother Kieran went upstairs in there, stole toys and sold them between the Rainbow Cafe and the shop and the entry. We had table out. And they're going, how come your stuff are still in wrappers? We just kept them.
Woolworths, aye, but
Like
upstairs.
there's a criminal gang.
We're only about 10. 8.
What
Kieran
was
was 8.
Super Value before it was Super Value?
Well, it's been Super Value as long as I've been
I
alive.
was Wellworths.
Aye, but they had toys upstairs.
Yes, that was Super Value.
So that's we went up there. Do you know the Rainbow Cafe was next to it?
Aye.
That wee entry.
Aye.
We had the table out there.
Running in the toy shop.
And then we used to go and do our daily shopping with a plastic bag and just fill it up with ice cream and biscuits and walk out the front door.
Stealing's cool.
It was cool back in the day.
Do you know what? If you're not holy, it's not one of the 10 Commandments.
Exactly. We would have stole nothing.
It scared the life out of me then because we were pulled about it not there and then I just...
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I
wouldn't be
did
able to steal
steal.
socks.
I stole once. My mum brought us to her friend's house, Annie's farm, and she had 3 sons, and he had a little tiny Lego character of Brock from Pokemon. And now, I was about 5, and I became very attached to it, and I put it in my pocket, and I went out to the car, and then the guilt overtook me, and I had to go back and return it.
We were going to ring Lego there,
Shocking.
weren't you?
Cut the podcast.
Hello, is this Lego? You must know.
Don't say it now because I do Lego collecting and I couldn't have that on my conscience. I remember feeling so guilty, like the sweat was streaming off me. I was thinking, if this is my pocket, and I know, and God knows. God knows everything.
God knows everything, right? Oh, I hope
So much friends want to get me over that.
I hope he hasn't seen some of the things I've seen.
we used to chat about that. You know what I mean? If you went to purgatory, do you know purgatory is between heaven and hell? You have another chance, but what you have to do is sit down on the sofa and watch everything that you've done over the years that was bad.
Oh, you too.
Even your thoughts come up. Bloop, bloop.
Your thoughts?
And your whole family's there
And
watching.
everybody's there watching it, and you're denying it, and then Jesus puts his head, no, it's all true. And then back out, and you just
What were you thinking? And then bloop, bloop.
It's just going to be him pulling thread first.
more than pulling Fred. Let me. Who is Fred anyway?
Right on that fucking bombshell.
Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you very much for having
and
me. I've had a great time.
It's great seeing you take off in the world of comedy, and your reputation's amazing, and your stuff's amazing, and you're on tour this year.
Yes. I'm doing a few festivals and stuff over the summer in the South, Electric Picnic, that kind of thing.
Oh, very
but I'm going to be on tour October, November, December. So tickets on my website.
On it for Christmas.
Absolutely.
It's your job.
Very
And
easy to talk to as well.
It's great.
Thank you. Do you feel comfortable telling me about your thread?
It's almost like you were trained in communication and language.
Absolutely.
I'm doing 5 years of podcasts. I never mentioned the thread once, so.
I pulled it out of him.
And on that note, thank you, Emer Maguire, for coming on our podcast.
Thank you, boys.
Brilliant.
Fucking hoods.
Bye bye.
It's the big, massive, the big, massive podcast. Yo, 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 the big, massive podcast. Oh, the best podcast by day, big, massive by night. Only mess, you know, I'm only messing. Big, massive podcast.